Hello, Capricorn. It is Haley with Tarot from Beyond, here to provide you with your November 16th through 30th readings. Spirit and I have had a little powwow, and I've come to the conclusion, excuse me, that there are a lot of demands on my time and energy at this time. I have legal matters to attend to go ahead and close out a chapter to a book. I am going to be opening up a whole new book, and my life is changing very dramatically and very drastically. And I'm an Aries sun, I'm a Scorpio moon, and I'm a Gemini rising. So with this Venus retrograde in Scorpio, it really did hit me hard because there were some unexpected, discoveries in my relationship that I was once in that were completely unacceptable to me. Period. And this is not the case for all of you. However, it allows me to be able to relate to a lot of what everybody is going through. Everybody is going through the same thing, so to speak, really and truly. Everybody is going through relationship issues right now. It is meant to happen. The stars have aligned in such a way to where it had to happen. It has to happen. It's time to happen. This time frame that we are in, it's long overdue. It is time for everybody to stop focusing on everybody else. It's time for us to start focusing on ourselves, okay? And start really asking some real questions about ourselves so that we can go ahead and make the correct changes within ourselves so that we can be in alignment with the divine. Because the divine is aligning the stars just so that everybody can live a life of abundance, live a life of peace, live the lives that they want to. However, it depends on the choices that you make that will either allow you to either get on that damn boat that is being divinely orchestrated right now for you to get on so that you can live that life of abundance from now until forever. I mean, from now until the rest of your life, at least in this incarnation. Or you're going to miss the boat. There are two options. There's no gray area here. We're in that season. That's why everybody is feeling so intense. And this is why I have chosen to go ahead and do these readings for the end of the month of November. And I will likely be doing the readings for December as well, and only focusing on private readings as they are coming in so quickly and people want clarity so bad, and they really need some comfort, and they really need to learn how to pray. They really need to learn how to trust, truly trust in the divine, truly trust in their angels, truly trust in their deities. Mine in particular is Yemaya. I call her Yemaya, but a lot of people pronounce her name Yemaya. But I call her Yemaya. Little background history before I get into your reading. And for those of you who don't want to hear it, and for those of you who have no interest in the person who is delivering your reading, I strongly recommend that you go ahead and find another reader, okay? Because if you don't want to have a close relationship with the person who is delivering, or have some kind of background history on the person who is delivering readings to you that you have been following, you've been following my readings for a while, and you don't have any type of knowledge behind, where I come from and what my background is, then maybe there's another reader for you out there, okay? Because I am emotionally invested in my subscribers. And this is going to be one of my way of weeding out some of these subscribers that I have. If you have no interest in hearing what I'm about to, disclose right now to let you know why I'm able to read these cards the way that I can, then I'm not the reader for you. You can go ahead and leave whatever comments you want to make. Any negative comments, you know what I've been doing from now on? What I've been doing lately? You leave one negative comment on my shit, I'm going to go straight to your page. I'm going to block you, which means my higher self no longer makes an agreement with your higher self. And I'm going to remove your comment, and it's going to be a done data, and we're done. You're no longer going to be able to sit at my table and eat filet mignon and then just get up without even saying thank you and walk out the door and then think you can come back like some kind of cat that likes to run out the damn door and only want to come back when it's time to eat. I don't do that. I'm sorry. And y'all shouldn't do that either. And you shouldn't allow people to do that to you either. Now, I have a long line, a long bloodline of women in my family. It comes from my mother's side of the family, my maternal side of the family. All of them had very intense spiritual gifts. And you have to understand, back in the day, people used to use people who had spiritual gifts at the stake. I want you to think about what they did to Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? He had spiritual gifts that actually allowed him to raise people from the dead. You understand what I'm saying? But as soon as he started displaying his spiritual gifts, even though they benefited people, healed people, led the blind to see, raised people from the dead, turned water into wine, and walked on water and did all this amazing stuff. You have to understand, he was, nailed to a cross. He was persecuted for this. And if you don't think that I have not been persecuted by my own family, my own children, for following my divine mission, you're wrong. And a lot of you are afraid of facing your own divine missions because you're afraid of being persecuted for it. Because a lot of you, everybody was born to be a light worker. Everybody was born to raise the vibration on the planet. Everybody was born to take care of the planet. Everybody was born to take care of each other. Everybody was born to love. However, what has happened in humanity? You find all these marriages, these relationships where, one partner is having this polygamous lifestyle. You find out that you have literally been sleeping next to somebody that you don't even fucking know. You don't even know this person. This person wasn't even yours to begin with. And the funny part is that when you find this information out, you do the appropriate logical thing, which is later for you. I'm sorry, I don't accept that type of behavior. I don't know what you are thinking. I really don't. What is that? Anyway, and then somehow you're wrong. I don't know if some of you have, I know in LA County, there have been a whole lot of, Amber Alerts. You know why? Because a lot of women are waking up and saying, I am totally seeing, who this man is, for whom he is. And he is nothing like I thought he was. And then what happens is the man goes ahead and uses the children as buffers so that the woman can go ahead and chase after the children, because the woman's not going to leave her children. The man knows that. And he thinks that that's going to be the link between him and the woman that he knows is going to save his ass in life. But see, the man needs to understand that he has to save his own ass from his own lustful ways, his own shitty behavior, and that's it. Leave the kids out of it. Leave, I'm personally in a situation where the person that I'm leaving has the audacity to put every mistake that I've ever made in the relationship on blast, on paperwork, okay, in court, while the entire course of the relationship, he kept all of his shit under wraps, and he thinks his shit's gonna stay under wraps and not be disclosed. So basically, he is so arrogant, so egotistical, and so sick and needs therapy so badly, to the point where he still cannot recognize how disgustingly out of pocket he is, which is why I really regret the fact that I've actually had children with this person, because this is somebody that I'm going to have to communicate with at some level, at some point, although I'm going to do my best to avoid him at all costs. As I know that this individual thinks like a child, probably matured to a teenager through this experience by realizing that he lost a damn good thing that is irreplaceable, okay? And is now trying to use my children as buffers so that, you know, when he falls, he feels that he's going to fall on a soft surface rather than a hard surface. It's going to be a hard surface. Just like all of us have fallen on a hard surface. Now, I understand you're reading and we haven't gotten into the cards yet, but guess what? Maybe we don't need to get into the cards. Maybe I'm in the Akasha and this is your reading right now. You ever consider that? My mother drew a mermaid next to the swimming pool of the house that I am in right now. This is a house I was cradled in. This is my grandfather's house that was purchased. This house was purchased. It has no mortgage. There's no mortgage on it. There's no rent to be paid on it at all. And this man, who I am leaving, wanted to live here for codependent reasons and save his little money up and take care of himself so that he can go and supply the needs of another woman who he just recently found out, or is about to find out, has somebody else. So the same damn thing that he did to me, she's doing to him. He either already found out or he's going to find out. And then he's going to want to come rushing back to me like I'm somebody's plan B. Well, I'm sorry. That's not what's up. That's not what's going to happen. I've outgrown you, and that's it. And a lot of you are at that place as well. Okay, so let's talk about what Spirit wants to talk about for the last 2 weeks of November. The reason why I went ahead and mentioned Yemaya and the fact that she is a mermaid. She's a mermaid. My mother drew a picture of a mermaid next to our swimming pool on the cement wall. Because my mother was able, her spiritual gift is she was able to see into the future several years. Who knows how far into the future she was able to see. That was her spiritual gift. However, she was born in 1955, and in 1955, you couldn't tell people things like that, because if you did, they would think you were crazy as shit, and she would have found herself in a straitjacket immediately had she spoke on what she knew and what her spiritual gift was. So what she did was she expressed it in art. So I have a lot of my mother's art, which is very intense art, very deep art, very deep language art. And I've always looked at my mother's art. I've always watched her paint. I can't draw for shit, but what I can do is I can interpret art very much so, which is why I can read these cards the way I do. I want to let you know, Cappies, before I get started, it is not about your partner anymore. It is not about if you're in a relationship or not. It's not about any of that. Now it's all about you. It's about you. If you ended a relationship, now it's time for you to start asking the questions, Why? Where was I when I got into this relationship? What vibration was I on when I got into this relationship? Then once you answer that question, then you'll be able to say, well, okay, why was I on that vibration? Then you'll be able to say, okay, what led me to being on that vibration? Then you'll be able to say, well, what led me to that? And then what led me to that? That's exactly what we're doing right now, okay? We're discovering whom we are. And before we can discover who we are, we have to get rid of everything, or the universe is pushing everything that no longer serves us out of our face right now and away from us. And a lot of us are smart enough to go ahead and distance ourselves. You understand? From the other party who we know we no longer want to be with, who is no longer serving us, who no longer, contributes to our betterment, period. Who literally actually contributes to your demise. Who has never wanted you to succeed, who has always been threatened by your success. If you notice, every time you've tried to succeed, the other person became very threatened. When you wanted to go to school, the other partner would talk shit or have a reason as to why you should wait, or maybe why you shouldn't do this or why you shouldn't do that. I mean, like, you had to fight for every little successful thing that you were able to achieve in the relationship. That's when you know you are with somebody that does not serve you, period. I don't give a damn if they are your twin flame or if they're your soulmate. Anybody who does not, supports your progress and who does not support your growth, I'm going to tell you right now, that is not the one for you. So that should answer and eliminate a lot of your questions for those of you Cappies who are like, is this the one or is not? Is this person that I've been with the person or not? Is he right for me? Is when he's my twin flame? Should I wait for him or not? Has this person assisted in your growth in any way, shape, or form, spiritually, mind, body, or soul? If the answer is no, get the hell away from that person immediately, okay? These readings are not going to be very long. I'm going to be in the Akasha for the first 15 minutes, and for the last 15 minutes, I'll be using the cards, as I have a 30-minute threshold that I can use and upload these readings. The last 2 weeks of November, you are going to realize it is not about anybody else or anything else. It is all about you getting your mind, body, and soul centered. And in alignment with the divine so that you do not miss this ship. You have to understand there's only one time in history that you will ever get a date. That is 11/11/11, which is coming up in 10 days. 10 is 1 plus 0. 1 plus 0 equals 1, which represents a new beginning, a new journey. Everybody is going on a new journey. They had no choice to go on this journey because things are getting really whip-wop now. And negative energies love to use relationships as a way to keep you distracted from your divine mission, as everybody was born on this planet to serve a divine mission. Everybody was not born on this planet to serve themselves. Everybody was born on this planet to serve others. And if you're not at a place in your life where you recognize that, you need to book a private reading. But I don't likely expect to hear from those people, as I doubt that those people even watch tarot or probably would even understand my language. This reading's not going to take long. I know it's not, so let's begin. The Magician, Ace of Wands, King of Cups, Seven of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. Cappies, it looks to me like those of you who understood the language I just spoke, I'm talking to some serious People who have been doing some serious work. I'm getting ready to start weeding out seriously. I am, because I'm getting ready to start teaching some very, very dynamic, important spiritual lessons. Okay? And I'm not going to be teaching those lessons to those who have not earned the right of passage to those lessons. Okay? So it looks like the last 2 weeks of November, what you will be doing is you will be manifesting a new beginning with the King of Cups. You will no longer be in fantasy land with regards to relationships, because you have learned that. You've outgrown that type of thinking with regards to relationships. And it looks like marriage and stability is on the horizon with the soulmate. This soulmate is going to be the King of Cups. I'm talking to a woman, obviously. I actually see 2 suitors for you. They coming for you, baby, honey, and they want you. You either have a water sign or an earth sign that you are going to enter into a spiritual union with. But Spirit is really advising you to not have your head in the clouds at all with regards to whom you choose to pick. That you use your intuition and you make sure that you understand the cause and effects of your thoughts, the cause and effects of your actions, the cause and effects of who you choose to love, and the cause and effects of how they loved you in the past. If one of these suitors is a earth sign or a water sign that you recently separated from. Because you have manifested a new love, Cappies. That's what you've manifested. The Magician represents manifestation. You can't manifest until you understand all 4 elements. All 4 elements are on the table, on a floating table. This Magician understands the concept of love, appreciates what he has, is outspoken about it, has a pure heart, has gratitude, is in control of his feelings. It's mastered quite a bit. You would not have been given the rite of passage to be able to manifest things of this nature had you not done the work to do so. Okay? So I'm actually talking to a very high-powered, very spiritually inclined individual right now. If you feel that this applies to you, I ask that you hit like and subscribe and leave your comments. And if you want to have some deep conversations about your own spirituality, about your own spiritual path, about your own dreams, about your own ambitions, now that I am in the Akasha, I know that I am in the Akasha, you can have an Akashic Records reading with me. And that would be your reading. It would not require cards. I don't really need the cards anymore. Although I use them for the visual aspect that a lot of you like and a lot of you need. It looks like, given that this is the case, now that you are pulling away likely from who it is that no longer serves you, the person who no longer serves you is scrambling to compete with their competitor, okay? Their competitor is the King of Cups, okay? Their competitor is going to be a water sign. And right now, I have a feeling this person is likely the, Page of Pentacles at this time, and has to figure out a way to hurry up and become the King of Pentacles to compete with this King of Pentacles. Or who will become the King of Pentacles by the last 2 weeks of November. So you're going to be looking at a major new beginning, a very new, exciting beginning with regards to love the last 2 weeks of November. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull one of your cards out of the deck that is called the Romance Angels deck. Okay, and the card that you pulled as my table is always synchronized love. That's why you see all this busyness on my table. That's why you see all these stones, all these crystals. This is where I meditate. This is where it's at, baby. This is why I keep my table synchronized at all times. I could pull any card, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's your card. It's meant for you. The spirit is going to speak to you directly. Period. It's going to resonate. So what you pulled was romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Some of you are saying, you know what? The person that I just ended a relationship with, you know what I'm saying, is not quite at the level that I'm at. And I don't have forever and a day to go ahead and wait to give this love to somebody who deserves it and to receive the love back that this person is actually capable of providing. As I want to be in a love relationship, as I heal from this last relationship that I was in that was completely unfair, completely unbalanced, completely completely no. And you have to understand this person who you left. Let me move the camera around a little bit so I can focus a little better. The person that you left is going to be working their ass off. They're going to be scrambling around, trying to hurry up and graduate spiritually. So they will likely, their character is going to be a lot different toward their own family members and things of that nature. That even the people that they used to know, the people, their friends and everybody are really not going to be recognizing them very much. Because this person is either going to stay in their stubborn ways and go ahead and continue to do what they do, which is, always keep their head in the clouds with regards to love. You understand what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why the relationship ended. They always were looking at their options in love. See, cups represent love, right? And each cup is filled with something different, right? And you see this man sitting here looking at all of these options without realizing that you were the best option the whole damn time. However, now that this person has realized that, because you have realized who they are right now and what they have done throughout the course of the relationship, and you did the logical thing by saying, hell no, like I said, right? Now they're depressed. You know what I'm saying? Now they're holding on tightly to every little thing that they have because they feel like, they're going to lose it, because they really just might. They are definitely threatened by the fact that you are single and that you are making money and that you are working on your self-mastery. They're sitting and watching you do it. They know that you're fine without them. And that is giving them a great sense of depression, because they know that, you can go ahead and do this by yourself. You can go ahead and Ace of Pentacles this thing yourself. You never needed them for that. That's not what you got into the relationship for to begin with. You got into the relationship for love. All they ever thought about was money or something else. I don't know, whatever they were thinking, but you're definitely going to have to make a decision between two people within the last 2 weeks of November, Capricorn, okay? And it looks like the other party is likely in the same spot. Wow. But it looks like within, I'm telling you, there are two people who have their eye on you, Capricorn, who are working diligently like hell for you to stake claim to your heart. And they're both, learning how to mature quick enough, and it really is a race against time. They're both competing with each other. The sense of competition subconsciously is there between these two men for this independent woman, this Nine of Pentacles energy that you are carrying, Capricorn. For you single women who have recently ended a relationship with the man, you have ended that relationship for a valid reason, and you want love because you can make your own money. And the only thing that's missing out of your life right now is love. So be rest assured, like I told you, you will not be cold come the holidays, because I'm telling you right now, there will be two men competing for your heart, and you're going to have to make a decision with regards to which one you're going to pick. And that is the conclusion of your reading for the last 2 weeks of November. For those of you who would like a private reading, you can email me at tarotreadingsfrombeyond@gmail.com, and I always leave my website information in the description box for those of you interested in a private reading. I am booked all the way out until November 23rd, but for those of you who understand the concept of divine timing, you will know that Spirit will be preparing you for the reading that you get on the date of your private reading. I do have a feature where if you pay an additional $50, it will allow me to go ahead and fit you in after hours within the next 3 to 4 business days. So with that being said, my loves, for those of you whom this resonated with, I ask that you hit like and subscribe, leave your comments. Let me know how you felt about this video and if it resonated. And I will talk to you soon, loves. Namaste.